Thank you very much. Welcome to those in the room. Nice to see you and thanks for coming. And also welcome to attendees online who are joining the annual general meeting of Solid State. Thank you very much for joining us. What I'd like to do first is introduce the board of directors. So I'm Nigel Rogers, I'm the chairman of the company. The executive group is led by CEO Gary Marsh, who is joining us remotely today. Pete James next to me, the CFO, and two divisional managing directors, Matthew Richards and John McMichael. On my extreme right is Pete McGowan, who's the senior independent director. Unfortunately, I have apologies from Sam Smith, who's the most recent independent director to join the board, but has been diverted off the M40, which is closed and is currently on the back streets of Leamington Spa, and sends her apologies. I also have in the room on my extreme left, and welcome for the first time, our new company secretary, Lynn Davidson. Having made those introductions, I'd now like to declare the annual general meeting open. With permission of shareholders, I'll take the notice as read. I'm sure you'd prefer not to endure the pain and torture of having me read it out loud. What I'd like to do first is to open the meeting for questions. We have not had any questions submitted online in advance of the meeting, but I'd like to open the room for any questions for anybody present. And breathing a sigh of relief, I see shaking heads around me. So in that case, I will proceed to the notice of meeting and the resolutions. I have in front of me the proxy results which have been received in advance. We have approximately 6 million votes in favour of each of the resolutions, and a maximum of 600,000 votes against, representing about 5% of the share capital, which is a vote against yours truly in ordinary resolution number 4, which I'll perhaps take when I get to resolution number 4. Details of the proxies will be put onto the company's website in due course following the meeting. I will now put each of the resolutions to a show of hands in the room to supplement those proxy votes. So first of all, I would like to propose ordinary resolution number 1 to receive the accounts for the year ended 31st of March 2024, together with the report of the directors and the auditors. All those in favour, please. Any against? I declare that resolution carried. Resolution number 2 is to approve the directors' annual report on remuneration. This is an advisory vote only. I propose resolution number 2. All those in favour, please. Any against? Thank you. I declare the resolution carried. Next, I move to resolution number 3 to declare a final dividend of 14.5p per share. All those in favour, please. Any against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried. Resolution number 4 is to reappoint myself as a director of the company. As I said, there has been some proxy advice issued by ISS to vote against this resolution on the basis of an assertion that I am overboarded. I push back hard against that. I'm actually at the moment contractually committed to a maximum of 8 days per calendar month, and I'm sure that's quite sufficient for me to discharge my responsibilities at both of the companies I chair. I note that the majority of shareholders agreed with that and voted in favour by proxy. Thank you for that support. All those in favour? Any against? I declare the resolution carried. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ordinary resolution number 5 is to reappoint Gary Marsh as director of the company. All those in favour? Any against? Thank you. I declare that resolution carried. Resolution number 6 is to reappoint John McMichael as a director of the company. In favour? Any against? Thank you. I declare that carried. Resolution number 7 is to reappoint Peter James as a director of the company. Those in favour? Any against? Thank you. I declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 8 is to reappoint Matthew Richards as the director of the company. In favour? Against? Thank you. Carried. Number 9, to reappoint Pete McGowan as the director of the company. In favour? Any against? Thank you. Carried. Number 10, to reappoint Sam Smith as director of the company. In favour? Against? Thank you. Carried. Sam will be delighted that I didn't read her name out in full. Resolution number 11 is to reappoint RSM UK Audit LLP as auditors of the company. In favour? Any against? Thank you. Carried. Resolution 12 is to authorise the directors to fix the auditor's remuneration. In favour? Any against? Thank you. Carried. Resolution 13 would take an extremely long time to read out in full. You'll be delighted to hear that I'm going to read an abridged version instead. So Resolution 13 is an ordinary resolution that the directors be generally and unconditionally authorised to allot shares in the company up to 1/3 of the issued share capital by way of a rights issue, or alternatively up to a maximum of 20% of the issued share capital not in connection with the rights issue. In favour? Any against? Thank you. Carried. Resolution number 14 relates to the issue of bonus shares in the company and essentially authorises the director to issue bonus shares on a 4-for-1 basis. And the advantage of that for the company is to promote the interests of shareholders in increasing the liquidity in the company stock and inviting new investors on board. Those in favour? Any against? Thank you. I declare 14 carried. The next two are special resolutions requiring a 75% majority. Resolution number 15 relates to the resolution number 13 that we've just passed and says that out of those shares which can be allotted, a maximum of 10% can be allotted by the company without regard to the rights of preemption. Those in favour? Any against? Thank you. Carried. And finally, resolution number 16, that the company is authorised to make market purchase of its own shares under certain circumstances which are specified in the resolution. Those in favour? Any against? Thank you. Carried. I think I have failed to beat Gordon Cumberland's record. However, thank you very much for your support today, and I declare the meeting closed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. We'll now redirect investors for their feedback.